Duanerasey shares 6 steps to become a successful fiction writer. If you have ever considered writing fictional stories, then you may have found yourself in a very overwhelmed and confused place. Unless you are already a professional writer, it can be hard to know what to do. Also, did you know that nearly 1 out of every 10 books sold in the United States is a work of fiction? That's a lot of sales. So with all those readers, it makes sense to pursue a career as a fiction writer, right? Well, yes and no. There are a lot of fiction writers, which means it's competitive out there. It takes hard work and dedication to make it as a fiction writer. Becoming a fiction writer is something that anyone can do with plenty of practice and dedication. Though it is an easy feat to do, it will not happen overnight, and there are steps that need to be taken to achieve this profession. The following 7 steps will help you become a successful fiction writer. Here are 6 steps by Duanerasey to become a fiction writer. 1. Read as much as you can. Read as much as you can of the fiction genre. Study authors who are successful and try to see what makes them so different from other authors who are submitting manuscripts for publication. There is a lot that goes into writing successful novels, and it is not something that will happen overnight. Don't waste your time reading all the advice of editors and agents, and don't even bother to attend writers' conferences. Read as many great novels as you can. Duanerasey says that figure out what makes them tick. When you try to write fiction like nobody's business, you're really trying to write a great novel that will connect with readers in powerful ways, not a book filled with tricks and techniques for weaving plots and creating characters. 2. Develop a daily ritual. Immerse yourself in the writing process and develop a daily ritual to become a successful novelist. The right practice offers you a simple approach to making a commitment to write, as well as an actionable structure that will support you through the day. Fiction writing is not as hard as people think. It is a matter of daily writing. The biggest problem most have that prevents them from ever publishing their first book is lack of time. Follow the daily writing ritual and improve writing skills, and learn what works for you and what doesn't. 3. Try different genres of fiction. Try a variety of different genres to find out what you enjoy writing the most. Do you like mystery and crime stories? Try writing those. Are you interested in fantasy? Write those instead. You will have a much better chance of becoming a well-known and successful writer if you know what your style is and stick with it. Moreover, fiction writers are responsible for creating works of art that convey truths about the human condition. According to Duanerasey, the right type of fiction can help you write better, because reading gives you an idea of what is already successful in the genre and style that you want to attempt. 4. Stay consistent. Stay consistent with your writing. Remind yourself to set a certain writing goal every day, whether it is 2 pages or 3 pages. Setting the same writing goal every day will help you become accustomed to the work you put out, and in time it may not feel as difficult. Your writing must be consistent to become a fiction writer. All of your descriptions should be as consistent as possible. In other words, you must write consistently in the same tone, and with the same tone. When you think of a future author being something you want to become, what characteristic do you think he or she has that makes him or her successful? 5. Learn from how others writers. Let other writers inspire you to become a novelist. By gaining a better knowledge of the craft, of the business, and of the habits and motivations of successful writers, fiction writers are not just those who write purely out of the imagination, they are also those who know how to make their stories attractive to the readers. To understand this concept better, one should read the books of authors. 6. Take risks and experiment. Becoming a fiction writer is not just about penning well-written and interesting stories, it is also about knowing how to make your work stand out from the thousands of books that are published annually. And this begins with taking risks and experimenting with every aspect of your writing. It's about trying to make a living as a writer and becoming successful. It is about taking risks and experimenting and going outside your comfort zone.